You're watching Fox 4 News at 8 a.m.
Good morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Mark Alford.
Good morning. I'm Lauren Halifax. 8:32. Thanks for sticking around. Carly's got that forecast change that's happening today.
Yeah, temperatures are already falling. And what do you have here?
We've got a book. We're going to be talking about reality-based rules of the workplace, finding happiness in the workplace. That's coming up.
He's more than halfway through this already.
Yes. Go ahead with the weather,
Committed
please.
to that material.
Right? Well, hopefully the weather.
All right. According to a recent study by the American Psychological Association, more than 1/3 of U.S. workers experience chronic work stress, with low salaries and heavy workloads topping the list of contributing factors. This morning, author Wakeman is here from Omaha, Nebraska. She's got some tips of taking back your happiness at work.
She writes for the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Washington Post, reality-based rules of the workplace, how to better handle your workload. This is great, especially, we've had a tough 5 years with the recession. People have lost jobs. People who have jobs are grateful, but there's been pressure in the workplace like never before.
Absolutely. And I hear from people that they just really have come to believe that their jobs are almost impossible. Jobs they used to love, they're not hardly tolerable anymore.
Why?
You know, they tend to believe that it's because the size of the jobs have grown. But
Yeah.
what we know, which is more true, is that it's not necessarily the size of your job that's causing your stress. It's the story you're telling yourself about the size of your job.
How you think about it has
It's how you
everything to-
think about it, and it really makes a difference, because most of us believe that we're the victim of our circumstances and that the cause of our stress is the result of our circumstances, and that really sets us up to be in a very joyless place.
How do
we
you change it?
Head number one, change the story that you created about your work.
How do you do that?
Absolutely. The first thing, the way that you change it is you really look at the story. So to get relief, we want our reality to change. And we've created a story that our bosses are unreasonable or they're uncaring or that our jobs are too big, when the reality is that our bosses don't determine the size of our jobs. Our customers, our competition really is the factor. So if you really look at what the story is, it's not that our jobs are not doable. The fact is we're simply being asked to grow in direct proportion to the needs of our markets. And that's just not an insult. And yet it's our story that creates it to be so insulting to us. It's just a request to grow and develop. So change your story first, drop the story, and then, you know, really look at what is the true cause of your stress. What really is in your control? And when we're faced with jobs that ask more of us, the job isn't the cause of our stress. What we're experiencing is the pain of what's revealed. And what's revealed is how we are unready for what's next. And so the cause of our own stress or issues isn't the job. It's the fact that all those places where we haven't kept our skills up and we're trying to use old skills for new workloads just doesn't work.
It's a little bit scary, too. It's intimidating.
Absolutely.
Number three. Let's put that up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Constantly tweaking your approach.
So yeah, what to do about this? You've got to be constantly tweaking your approach. You've got to really be ready for what's next and really going through and working this. And a lot of people get a little frustrated. They say, "Sai, you don't understand, my job is too big." And what I help them understand is for every job where one person thinks it's too big, someone is sailing through that.
Somewhere.
Doing a great job in their role. And the difference isn't the job, it is that the approach to their job. So if I haven't updated my approach to my work in 15 years, yeah, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. And I'm going to get very clear feedback in the form of stress that my old way is no longer working. But most of the times we ignore that and we take an unaccountable approach and we blame our jobs.
Okay, so as you get ready for what's next, what do you advise for people in order to grow?
You know, if you want the ultimate freedom, it is get ready for what's next. It is keep your skills growing and developing, because then you're going to be unfazed by what's being asked of you. And so anytime you feel pain, figure out where you can grow, that pain will no longer be an issue. If you're asked to move locations a lot, then get mobile. If you're taken off guard and you're not getting the communication you need, figure out what you can do to get that information. Every pain point is an invitation to growth. It points you into what you need to develop next to really be stress-free and happy at work.
Great advice.
Serenity now. Thank you, Sai.
You're welcome.
The book's entitled The Reality-Based Rules of the Workplace. It's on sale now. And stick around. Sai's going to be back in the 9 o'clock hour. So some tips on how to better deal with your coworkers, Lauren.
Okay.
You might want to listen to that one.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been told by a pharmacy that in order to fill